What is up, everybody? It's Queen Cujo, and I'm back for another round of what I watched for the month of December. I use an app called Letterboxd, and it is a really cool app that keeps track of all the movies I watch. I highly recommend downloading this app, especially if you're a tapehead like me. You can connect with your friends. You can see what is new and what they have watched recently and what they have rated. You can also see what's popular this week amongst other users and also what is popular with your friends. You can check out the reviews that they leave for the movies, and you can make any kind of list. Under the journal entry, you can read reviews from the website, but we're here for the main reason, and that is to get into the diary for the month of December. So let's get into it. Now, I'm going to be honest, I didn't watch a lot of movies, but I tried. And there's a good chunk of reason why I didn't, and I'll explain later. But we'll start off with A Wonderful Knife. It's a Wonderful Knife. I really didn't care for this movie. I wish that it was done differently instead of what was written for it. Now, I noticed something in my watch history that I have to add one whack-ass documentary to my list, and that was Zoo. Like I said, you can Google and read the Wikipedia about this movie. It is pretty interesting and pretty fucking bizarre, and I highly recommend that you do kind of look into it and check it out. My whole month was kind of scattered about, and I maybe watched a couple of movies to kind of just try to get myself into the Christmas spirit. Obviously had to do Nightmare Before Christmas, and then I wanted to try to rewatch some new Christmas horror, and that was To All a Good Night, which was okay, somewhat. I didn't, have the vibe for it to really kind of get into it. A non-Christmas movie that I really did love this month was, of course, Godzilla -1, and that was a really good movie. We went to the theaters for this, and I enjoyed it a lot. Now back to the list. It's kind of just like a mix of non-Christmas movies and Christmas movies, but I did take time to stop and watch Joe Bob's Christmas special, which showed this movie, The Brain. And they also showed The Ginger Dead Man starring Gary Busey. I also rewatched a movie I haven't seen in a really long time, since the dawn of HBO, and that movie is Copycat. It's a suspense, kind of true crime movie starring Sigourney Weaver. Harry Connick Jr. plays a murderer. I highly suggest that you check it out. Also, I bought the Mean One Blu-ray, which I will show later in my pickups. Once again, now trying to get back into the holiday horror feel of it since it is that time. I did another rewatch of my favorite New Year's Eve tradition, and that is watching Terror Train. Once again, another highly recommended watch if you haven't seen it. I watched another movie that I didn't know that was on Tubi called Time's Up, and it is directed by Elsie Holt. This blew my mind because I didn't know that there was a lot of people that got together and did this movie. And yes, it's another recommended watch for New Year's horror. While me and Mr. Albert were waiting for the clock to wind down to midnight, we decided to put in Zack and Miri, and of course this would be another rewatch, and it is a really good movie as well. So there you have it. There's my end of the month, end of the year shenanigans on what I watched. A side note to this is that I have also started including TV watching, because I did a lot of shows I watched on that you can't really log on to Letterboxd. But yeah, here I'm going to get into the portion of what I watched for my TV viewing. The wonderful thing about Netflix is that they have all 5 seasons of 6 Feet Under on, and so I put that on to have kind of a background kind of going on when I was working on a project. And my boyfriend got sucked into it, so now we are rewatching all 5 seasons of 6 Feet Under. Hands down, it is a wonderful show. Check it out. Now let's get into the physical media aspect of what I picked up or got gifted this month. Excuse my hobgoblin self for today. I was gifted these 2 wonderful VHS tapes from my ex-husband Manuel. Shout out to Manuel. These are from a wonderful guy on Etsy called Brainbuster Video. You should really check him out on IG. I will link all the information below. Now, the wonderful thing about these VHS tapes is not only the detail on the front and the back cover, but also the VHS tape itself is highly detailed. Look at that. Beautiful. Next one up is The Mean One, starring David Howard Thornton as the Mean One. If you want me to do a review on this movie, please comment and let me know. And the last purchase of the year was Cocaine Bear. It is the Maximum Rampage edition. I bought it off of Target for 20% off. And yes, I am so glad to add this to my collection. Thank you for watching. Please follow me on IG and like and subscribe.